This episode is brought to you by Vaginas for Vaginas. I said by Vaginas. Vaginas.
Vagina. It's a
It's
vagina.
by the, what's that movie? Pagina. No, her pagina. Isn't that what she says?
With me street, this episode is brought to you by the letter V. Or vagina.
V is for vaginas who do stuff together.
Group chat that turned into a podcast? Hell yeah, dude. Venting to all your besties? Hell yeah, dude. Are they a little bit bothered? Hell yeah, dude.
Welcome to A Little Bit Bothered, the podcast where our group chat spills into your ears. We're for friends who overshare, laugh too much, and aren't afraid to get a little snarky.
We've taken our brutally honest, vulnerable, and downright hilarious conversations from the chat and turned them into a podcast because honestly, why keep all this entertainment to ourselves?
Whether it's the petty stuff, the deep stuff, or the stuff that makes you wonder, did they really just say that? We're here to say, I think we're a little bit bothered.
Right, our lovely listeners, are you ready?
You're bothered bitches.
Yes.
We are
Oh,
bothered
dang it.
bitches.
I messed us up.
You
up.
did.
I'm Monica.
I'm Nicole.
I'm Kelsie, and I didn't even realize what you thought you messed up until you started saying your name.
I was just too excited because I just wanted to jump in and say, are you bothered bitches ready for some free stuff?
Yeah, if you
Because one
are
of you is
bothered
going to get some
bitch-
free stuff.
If you're bothered and you want some free shit, go to
You
our
still got
Instagram.
time.
You still have
Yes.
time. Go to our Instagram, enter our giveaway. You're gonna get some free shit.
Yes.
Some good free shit, by the way.
I'm a little jealous. I mean, the top products in there definitely are the Brewmate, the signed copy of All the Jagged Edges, which is one of our very favorite books. We love it so much. And
Listen, I'm
you
having a
get
hard time.
not just, I know.
It's in my
Well,
possession, and
I know.
I'm like having a hard time. Like, do I just hoard it? Do I just?
I
not
know.
send
I
it?
have the digital copy and I really feel like I need the main copy. And I keep like watching Talara Tate's like stories because she's doing like a words per minute challenge. And I'm like, she's writing the second
Did I
book.
tell
She's
you
writing
guys
the second
that
book.
did I tell you she said something about it the other day and I liked it or something? I can't remember. She said something about Atlas to me. We were just talking about
I
how
want to be an arc.
Atlas
reader
is being
for-
stubborn basically for her, you know.
If you're taking arc readers, I will be an arc reader for All the Jagged Edges too. Please, 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 please.
Right.
This is my formal application. Please.
I don't even know how to apply for one of those, but sure, I want it.
Literally all the chapters I have are Harper till like the middle of the book and Atlas is just crickets. Like, give me something, dude. And I'm like, he's just not sure how he wants to fit into it yet. She said, I think he's moping. I said, he's a brooding bastard.
He is
He
a broody bastard. He really is.
And the way that the first book left off, like he is a brooding bastard right now. That's
I don't want to talk about the way that the first book left off. Okay.
I know. But
I
so
do want to talk about it, but I don't want to give any spoilers. So
no spoilers.
everybody,
Shut your dirty mouth.
if you are not the lucky bitch who wins our giveaway, you still need to go and read this book because it's on Kindle Unlimited. So if you have Kindle
Yes.
Unlimited, just go and download it.
It's lovely.
I think it's my top, one of my top 2 favorite reads of the year.
Yeah, I
All the
agree. And
Jagged Edges.
it was unexpected just because of the way that it starts and then where it goes.
Yeah. No,
I love it.
I love it.
Mhm. Yes. So you get that, but then the other is that originally we thought it was only going to be a 1-month membership, but it's actually going to be a 1-year membership to JH Movement with Jaden, and we love her so much.
Crazy.
That's
know, that
so
is
much. I have
crazy.
to have you
Love
guys
her.
know it's like a $25 a month program.
yeah.
There's a whole library of workouts like from 10 minutes to 30 minutes, and there's live classes 3 times a week. You're getting a lot.
The live classes are so great too because it sounds very intimidating, but it's not because it
No.
generally tends to be kind of like a smaller group in the mornings.
Yeah.
And having Jaden there is just so great because whenever I have those moments that I'm just I'm tapping out, she just always knows, and she's like, Monica, you got this. And then the
But
best
it's not
part,
like anybody's just sitting there and watching
Yeah.
you because you
Yeah,
feel you're getting on Zoom, you're self-conscious, but everyone is working out. Nobody's looking at you. Couldn't
But I will say the best part about that is that later, like if you liked that class and you wanted to redo it, it's always going to be uploaded into like the library. And so you'll be doing it again. You're like going through and it's like the on-demand version now. And all of a sudden you hear her call you out again. And you're like, oh, that's right. I did this class.
I like doing the lives because when I want to quit, I'm like there. I can't.
I get competitive. Yeah.
Well, but like if I'm just doing a home one, sometimes I'm like, I can just stop. I can stop if I want to. Like there's no one here to tell me I can't stop. And there's no one to tell you can't stop on the Zoom, but you just know that you're in it with other people. But I make myself stick it out, but still.
I do too. I get kind of competitive, but like for myself, not of like really watching other people, but more of like, okay, if they are doing this, I can do this too. And it's okay.
That's good though. That's like healthy competition. Like they're sticking it through. I can also. Like if they can do it, I can do it.
I mean, that's how it was this weekend too. Ashley and I did our mud run. My goodness. Which, by the way,
I don't even know what possessed you, by the way.
Well, another one of my friends like brought it up, and mind you, she told me, or she asked me to do it with her. I was like maybe 6 weeks out from my mommy makeover surgery, and she's like, "Do you want to do a run with me?" I'm like, "Sure," because that's great motivation for me to like get back into it after surgery, which it was great motivation. But like it was a 5K with obstacles, and they were not exactly the easiest. I will say, like, they were kind of modified for women because it was a women's only run, which was nice. Like, you weren't intimidated, like, having to, like, do all these obstacles next to men.
I did realize it was a women's run after you posted the pictures. I was like, oh,
yeah, there is something really cool and special about, like, putting a bunch of women together like that, where the cattiness and the pettiness and, like, the mean girl kind of energy just doesn't exist. Like, everybody is so excited for each other. So we're all stuck in a mud pit together, just, like, pushing each other.
Hilarious.
But that's also how Ashley hurt her shoulder. So
yes. So not only is she not here because it is Monday when we're recording and it is a work day for her, but she's also injured.
Yeah. Yeah, she hurt her shoulder.
I feel really bad.
I hurt my knees. Yeah, my knees are real sore. I've got like a cut. At one point you have to like army crawl through muddy water and there's like a net above you, but all of us have ponytails and so we're all getting caught. Ashley's bra strap like hooks onto the net. This shoe gets caught in the net and all of us are like, we're gonna die.
We're stuck forever.
They posted pictures of this and they Ashley and Monica had 2 other people with them. And I was like, wow, like I see we're being replaced. Like because there was one that was quite tall as Ashley, and then there was one that was short like Monica. And I'm like, way to just really try to trying to replace us.
I loved the details so much. I loved so much that you immediately noticed that because I thought about it as we were taking the picture and I was like, wait a minute. This is familiar.
It's so funny. No shade to your friends, but
shade to you.
Shade, but shade. No shade to
whatever.
Your friends, but shade.
You two are the ones who are like, they're trying to convince us to run a 5K.
Yeah.
Why are you running? Is somebody chasing you?
Gosh, that's
trying to be healthy, okay?
I envy you guys. I like have no desire. I wish I had a desire to run. Like even the mud runs, they look so fun. Still doesn't do it for me. I'm like, ugh.
It was a lot of fun. And I will say, like, a run like that is really great because not everybody was running. Actually, most people were not. Like, it was, like, very few of us that were actually, like, running the whole thing. Yeah, most people were walking and then doing the obstacles and just having fun with it. But it was fun. And, like, you can, like, kids are allowed in there. And so there was, like, 7-year-olds and 10-year-old girls, like, doing it with their moms. It was really cute.
That's cool. That's cute.
Yeah.
I love that. But we are completely glossing over the best part. The absolute best thing to come out of this mud run was Monica's bra looking directly at us in our eyeballs.
Okay, guys. I just have to tell you, my husband was in the bathroom. He's like changing it. And he's like, why are you putting your clothes like right there specifically? And I was like, because I wanted to take a picture of how muddy they were. And he was like, okay. So then I go and I take my bra off and I put it down. Him and I both just like stopped and stared at it. And we're just like,
guys, she sent a picture of her bra, and there are perfect circles where her nipples were with mud
nipples. It's so funny.
You know what? At least Dr. Olsen, like the symmetry is down.
Exactly. Like
it's such such a good job, Dr. Bellybutton. Another plug for Dr. Bellybutton.
Once again, thank you,
Dr.
Dr. Olson.
Perfect Nipples,
I've got the
yeah.
ab support to run a mud run now. I've got the perfect symmetry in my bra.
They were perfect circles. I'm telling you.
If
I
you
posted
didn't-
it on TikTok.
It was
You should go
impressive.
look.
You can go look for yourself if you're a freak like us and this is what you want to do with your time. You absolutely can go to our TikTok and go look. Is it on our Instagram too or just TikTok?
I don't know, but it was so funny. We just
but it
we
was
just
really
stared at
funny.
it and we were just like, huh. And he was like, yeah, I
She sent it to the group and Kelsey's like, why is your bra looking at me?
like, are you gonna post that on Instagram? And I was like, I don't know. And he's like, you're gonna send that to the girls though, right?
Yeah, and the girls are gonna be the ones to
And the
post
girls
it.
are gonna post it, yeah. This actually is a great segue because I brought a story for you guys, and it's something that I would normally bring to the group chat, and I thought, we're supposed to be making this podcast our group chat, so I'm gonna expose myself because this is true group chat, girl chat that I'm about to serve you with, and I think
Oh my
that
God,
perhaps
I can't wait to hear it.
I think that
Man.
perhaps I have talked to you guys about this before, and I think you thought that I sounded like a nut job, but I'm going to bring it up again.
Typically.
So when I'm a bath taker, I take baths. Your girl likes to take baths, okay?
Full circle moment. Are we going back to episode 1?
No, this doesn't have anything to do with buttholes. So it's for as long as I don't know. I don't know when this started happening, but when I take baths, when I get out of the bath, like when I go and sit down, water will gush out of me. Like my vagina harbors bath water. Okay.
Okay.
I'm like, okay. I don't know. Have I told you guys this before? Maybe I have had this conversation with somebody. Okay. It wasn't you then. Okay.
Are you doing Kegels in the bath?
No, I'm not doing anything in the bath. I want to make that so incredibly clear. There's no reason for this to be
What's
happening.
in the bath? I'm dying.
But
Oh.
I'm taking on water, apparently. And so I asked, it must have been my kickball group chat. I asked them, I'm like, does this happen to anybody else? Like, is this normal? And I think they all said no. Okay. But whatever. So anywho, noticed that while I was pregnant, it didn't happen. I could take baths without taking on water. Right? It didn't happen anymore.
You're describing yourself like a sinking ship. I can't.
I don't know how, I don't know how else you want me to say it. I'm getting water in my vagina and it's staying in there until later. And then it's coming out when I'm just sitting there. I'm not talking, you could mistake this for anything else. It is straight up water just gushes out of me when I go sit. Like if I go, you know how you sit on the bed and you just marinate for a while naked? And then it's just gushing out.
You just
okay.
get up and there's a puddle.
And Kelsie has to prep herself, laid out the towels before she
Benny
sits
is
down after a
laughing at me.
bath.
Okay.
Benny's like, aha, bitch.
So, but the mystery is that this didn't happen at all while I was pregnant. And I didn't notice it until it started happening again now that I'm not pregnant. I'm like,
pelvic floor. You need to strengthen
like,
your pelvic floor.
but why didn't it happen when I was pregnant?
Because there's stuff happening down there when you're pregnant. I don't know. There's
Well,
mucus
and
plugs
maybe it's just pressure and
There's no space.
weird. Yeah, maybe.
Assume it probably has a lot to do with the mucus plug because that is literally plugging so that nothing goes in out. You know what I mean?
No, the mucus plug doesn't plug your vagina. It plugs your cervix.
Okay,
I
well,
think-
yeah.
It's not water in my
Wait.
uterus. It's just in my vaginal canal.
Yeah, but
leads up
maybe.
to the cervix. What do
Yeah,
you
maybe with your
mean?
cervix being
I think
lower
you need an
and
anatomy lesson.
No.
I need an anatomy lesson.
The mucus plug is in your cervix.
I'm understanding.
Your vagina, it's not blocking it like a
and
tampon.
then pressure of it being pushed down, maybe there's just not as much suction happening.
That's what I'm saying.
Why
maybe it's just not.
Is
it's
there
not getting
suction
it.
happening in the first place?
I mean, I don't know. I think maybe you need to practice some mindfulness during your next bath and just pay attention. Are you flexing those muscles? Are you doing
not
some
doing
Kegels? What are
anything,
you doing with
no.
that
Why
pelvic
would I
floor?
You need to
Why
start.
would I do unintentional back Kegels?
You need to start doing the Kegels before you enter the bath.
I don't know. Now I almost feel like we to like go and look at Reddit on this one because this is like one of those bizarre things that I feel like there's got to be a Reddit thread for. Like somebody has had to experience this.
So far, so far I'm alone.
So far, this is.
I mean, okay, listen, if we don't find something on Reddit, you might need to go and talk to your lady doctor about this and be like, why is this happening to me?
It seems harmless, so I don't think that's something I'm going to be doing.
Well, yeah.
I can bring it up on the podcast, but not to my doctor.
Great. If there's any gynecologists out there listening, can you please inbox Kelsie and tell her what the fuck her problem is?
Yeah. Why is she's suctioning up her bath?
Why is she taking her bath on the go with her? Saving a little for later. A
little treat for later.
Okay.
I hate it.
Okay. I hate it. Okay. Maybe it's just like, I'm trying to think of, maybe it's when you sit down into the bath. Like when you sit down into the bath and it's just kind of like flowing up there and then you hold on to it unintentionally.
Well, so I have a theory.
Well, hang on, because like there is like the motion of like, you know, like queefing, right? Like when like air getting sucked in and then like maybe that's just like the same thing that like you're doing except for it's water.
Water-based queef.
Maybe, but I just don't know what I would be doing to create that sort of, I don't know. I have a theory though, because one time I got told that I had a tilted uterus. And so I'm like, does that also make your vagina kind of tilted? If your uterus does the whole thing tilt? And so then like,
your whole pelvis
so then like it somehow is more like, it creates more of a bath situation inside.
Like a well?
Yes.
I don't know, dude. I don't know.
I just thought.
This is not a question for a podcast host of a mediocre podcast. This is a question for a doctor.
Listen, I was going to bring it to the chat and I thought.
I mean, this is the stuff that we talk about. But
this is what we talk about.
This is one of the things that we cannot relate to, unfortunately.
But you got to tell somebody. And so I chose to tell you and the rest of our listeners.
Well, you know what? Maybe one of our listeners experiences this too. And if you do, you don't have to worry about commenting publicly. You can just DM Kelsie. That's fine.
Yeah.
Don't
Listen, the thing is like,
don't feel embarrassed. Just talk to
there's
Kelsie
nothing
about
to be. This is the reason I brought it up. I thought about this long and hard. It's a body. It's a body that's doing weird body shit. And I just feel like that, like,
I mean, it's definitely not the weirdest thing a body could do. That's for sure.
No, it's not the craziest thing. It is just like,
a weird thing.
It is a weird thing. And then I realized that it's, hi, do you hear her?
Yeah, she wants to be on the podcast.
Are you chatting? Are you a part of the group chat?
Things to say.
Yes, you do. Yeah. Stop being cute.
Mom,
I can't focus.
She's telling you, Mom, that's my fault. What you're experiencing is my fault.
I do find it hilarious that like Kelsie will shift persona and she's talking to Benny. She'll be like talking to us and then all of a sudden she's like full like baby talk and then never like fully switches back when she's talking back to us again for a little while.
And this happens on that. Voice notes all the time.
It does.
She baby talks us because she baby talks Benny and then she baby talks us.
Nicole, do you want to record a podcast? Do you want to record a podcast?
Yeah. I'm like, yes, Benny. Yeah. Okay. So anyways.
Like I was saying, my vagina's taking on water.
Exactly.
I'm sorry we don't have any answers for you. I'm sorry.
Oh my goodness.
Our only answer is just ask your doctor, which you're not going to do. So I'm
not going to do that because as we addressed, brave enough to tell it on a podcast that goes to every single platform, but not brave enough to ask my doctor. She's going to look at me and she's going to be like, I don't know. Like,
she's going to be like, are you the girl that I saw on the internet that went viral with this question?
That would be why we go viral.
I hope so. But it's a great clip.
Yeah. Somebody else is going to have to post that clip because I don't think I don't think I can do it.
We've shared clips about yeast infections, butthole shaving, suction cup vaginas now. Like,
I just want to normalize normal bodies things. Like, come on now.
It's true.
Yeah,
well, this might not be a normal body thing. I'm not so sure this is normal, but
I don't think this
We
is
don't
a
know
normal
how to
thing.
classify this one. Let's
We
just be
don't
honest
know
with
what's
that.
happening.
We don't know what this one is. It's fine.
We sure don't, but that is definitely group chat talk. It's like guys' locker room talk. That's what group chat talk is, just different.
If the men only knew the
If
things
the
that we
men
talked
only
about.
knew. Correct.
Okay, so this week on the internet, did you guys see the interview with Robert Pattinson and Jennifer Lawrence for Vanity?
I did indeed see that. And
I
how
was
he's Gen Z and how he's
Yes, that's the part that just like sent me. It's just, how old are you? How old are
only
you? It doesn't
part
matter. What year were you born? It doesn't matter. I'm Gen Z.
that's the only part I saw. And I love that he genuinely thinks he's Gen Z or is just embodying Gen Z. But the best part is I went to the comments of that video.
The comments are always the best.
They're the
Always
best. I
part.
always run straight to the comment section, and every other comment was like, he's 17 and he's been 17 for a long time. He's me 17 and I was cracking up because he's never gonna live down Edward. He's always
Never.
gonna be Edward.
He will always be Edward.
He was Batman.
No, he wasn't.
No,
He was
wasn't.
Edward.
Nobody cares. Nobody gives a shit, bro. You're Edward. You're Edward, and
I
you're
haven't
gonna be
seen
Edward
that
forever.
version, but I've heard that he did play a great Batman, but he is Edward.
He's Edward forever.
And you guys know how I feel about Twilight, so the fact that I'm
Correct.
saying that is like,
But it's so iconic. He can't. I do kind of feel low key bad because he's never gonna live it down. And I've seen a lot of other movies with him in like as the starring role. He's a great actor. He really is.
He is a great actor, but he's Edward.
He's Edward.
He plays a lot of serious roles though, and like every
Yes.
time I see him in an interview, I'm like, why don't you ever do
Like
comedy?
goofy because he's
Yeah.
so
You're-
goofy. Yeah.
You're funny, yeah. You're funny.
is
Go be
funny.
funny.
Well, okay, I have a hard time with him because whenever I look at like clips of him in Twilight, and I understand like he was genuinely like much younger at that point, right? But whenever I see pictures of him in Twilight compared to like pictures of him now, they're
It's
not the
jarring.
same person. Like
oh my god,
it is
I'm glad you
so
brought that up
jarring.
because it is so weird because in my mind, unfortunately for him, he's Edward and that's what he looks like and he's always going to look like Edward. And then I see him in present day or in a different movie or something and I'm like, oh, that's not what you look like.
No,
what do
like
you mean?
it throws me
So
off
weird.
all the time. I'm like, is this the same person?
Well, so I don't know if you guys saw this, but Jennifer Lawrence did an interview where she was talking about how Robert Pattinson came over to her, like called her one day. He was like, I'm close to your apartment. And she's like, oh, come by. And he's like, do you have food? And she was like, yeah. And then she like sidebars and she was like, I did have food, but we had takeout, but then I threw it in the trash. I had just thrown it in the trash. And she's like, yeah. So he's on his way and she's like pulling food out of the trash. And she pulls out like a plate for him and he eats it and he was like, do you have more? And she's like, it's in the trash. And he's like, oh, I don't care.
Well, that's good because you already ate it.
Because you're already eating trash food. But I also feel like that's a very Jennifer Lawrence coded thing. Like,
Yeah.
like if anybody was gonna do that, she would be the one to be pulling food out of the trash can and be like, "Yeah,
Fine. Oh my gosh, that is hilarious.
Which I need to go like do more research on what this movie is with them together because to me that's an odd pairing. That's such a weird that's a weird pairing. They don't fit together in my opinion. I'm like, what could they possibly be in?
I saw
That
some
they're
stuff.
both in it together.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because
Is it
like
supposed
Kelsie said, he's so serious and he does a lot of serious roles, and Jennifer's the opposite. Like, really, the only serious role that I mean, I'm sure she has had some other ones, but I only
She's had a
ever-
mixture.
She's had a good mixture, but like I think of Hunger Games, and that's what I think of as her serious role. She'll always fucking be Katniss, and then everything else I think of her is funny. She's absolutely hilarious. I know she
is
like
hilarious.
a lot of. I know she has had a lot more like emotional roles and stuff. But when I think of Jennifer Lawrence, I think comedy, and when I think Robert Pattinson, I think Twilight, and that's it. So it's just odd to me that they're in a movie together. Seems like an interesting pair. Maybe it'll make for good movies. I don't know. I don't even know what the name of the movie is, to be honest. I
It's
just saw
called-
the interview.
It's called Die My Love, and it's rated R. And
Is it like a thriller? That sounds pretty dark. Die, my love.
So IMDb says that the summary is Grace, a writer and young mother, is slowly slipping into madness, locked away in an old house in and around Montana. We see her acting increasingly agitated and erratic, leaving her companion Jackson increasingly worried and helpless. In a forgotten patch of countryside, a woman is battling her demons, embracing exclusion, yet wanting to belong, craving freedom whilst trapped, yearning for family life, but wanting to burn the entire house down. Well, that just described pretty much every millennial mom.
I'm like, my life?
I want to live in the city, but I also want to live on a patch of land by myself. I want all my friends that want to be social, but also don't talk to me.
Literally, leave me alone.
So it's serious. It's a serious.
Yeah, it's serious. So yeah, it says motherhood, womanhood, the banality of love, the terrors of desire, the brutality of another person carrying your heart forever. So yes, it sounds like it's a serious one. So yeah. I mean, I'd watch it, but it's rated R, so I'm sure there must be like some intensity in that then.
Yeah, that's all I have to say on the matter.
That's nice, Lowell.
Yeah, okay. Okay, so speaking of things on the internet, oh man, I don't know how to say this without sounding like an asshole, because I don't want to yuck anybody's yum, but sometimes people do really strange things. I know we've talked about it a little bit on here before. I think we've mentioned Reborn dolls before.
Yes, we have. Which is kind of funny that like
entire corner of the internet. So I sent this video to the group chat of this lady, and I don't remember what I think the account name is Rebecca and Imogen, and I was like,
yeah,
okay, so it's a mom and daughter channel. Okay, that's my first thought, right? And it's this lady. She's in the front seat of her car, and
it's
she's
mom
like,
and her daughter.
Actually, no, it's not. That's not the name of the mom. Those are the two things, the two dolls. But okay. Sorry, that was me. Those are the two dolls. One's Rebecca, one is Imogen. However, okay, so my first impression of this lady is her. She's in her car. She's like, we're gonna go to Starbucks. Yay! And you can see like a child in a car seat in the back behind her, okay? And you can hear the child speaking, and my main focus is on the woman in the front seat. So I didn't realize that the child in the back seat's mouth is not actually moving. And she's having full-on conversation with this child in the back. Do you want to get a cake pop?
Yeah.
And the kid's like, yeah. And she's like, which one do you want? The birthday cake one or the polar bear one? I almost said panda. The polar bear one. And she waits, and she's like, and then the little girl goes, polar bear. And she's like, okay, great. I didn't want to make that decision for her, but that's the one I wanted her to get to. And I'm like, okay. While I'm watching this, I'm like, still didn't realize that it was not an actual child. So I'm like, cool. All right. Don't want to influence your kids' decisions. Great. Cool. They go to Starbucks. She orders, gets all the things. Then she takes the camera and she goes, oh, I forgot to show you guys. Imogen is here too, but it's not her birthday, so she's not as special. And I was like, what the fuck? But she pans the camera to the seat right behind her, and that's very clearly a Reborn doll. And that's when I was like, hold the fuck up. Wait a fucking minute right there. What? And I still didn't realize that the other kid was not a real kid. I was like, so they just got like a
real kid.
My brain was like, wait, is this the other kid's doll? Like, is this like, does this mom feed into like her child's extreme delusion of like wanting to take the baby doll everywhere, that like they went so far as to get in a car seat? That's where my brain was going first, because I still didn't realize that the other kid was not fucking real. Okay, so I had this whole thing, and I'm like, now I'm freaked.
It's a whole series of reactions.
Because I'm like, what the fuck? And so then she pans to the girl eating the polar bear cake pop, and it's not a real girl. She's got this like stop motion situation of pictures where she's like showing her with the cake pop, then there's a bite out of the cake pop, and then there's another bite out of the cake pop. But obviously, now that I'm up close and personal, I can see that it's not a girl. What?
Oh my gosh. I mean, you got to give the girl credit though, because she is like fully in it to convince you. So it's her use of free will
That's what I said when I watched it. I said, what an odd choice of free will.
Yeah, it's her use of free will, and she is
and this is
full
why-
sending it.
This is why I said I feel like an asshole for saying this, because like after I realized what it was and the initial shock, I was like, then I was curious. I didn't go looking into her page, but you know, because I don't want to be
did
like
for a second.
disrespectful. I did not, because I was like, listen, I'm gonna judge you. What trauma have you gone through that like this is your coping mechanism? You know what I mean? Like that's where afterwards, after the initial shock wore off, I was like, wow, okay, what have you gone through in your life that has made this what you do on the daily? Or are you just strange and this is what you do for the internet? That's where my brain went.
Yeah,
So I didn't look into it any
both.
further. I was like, you know what? It could be either one. I'm just
I
leave it at what
I didn't look too far into it. I just looked into it of like, is this her whole page? Is this what she does? And it is. It's just her with the dolls, her babies. And you're right. I mean, it could be either or, right? Like it could be like this is a coping thing. It could be both. It could be like this is just her entertainment for herself.
Though, back and forth. Okay, because then I had to go to the comments, right? The very first comment that I saw is that it's a picture of Wendy Williams, and you can tell that it's Wendy Williams because that's her set. She has so many memes made out of her. I don't know why, but it's the one where she's turned back completely in her chair, and somebody just wrote, "Who said that?" And I don't know why that was the thing that sent me over the edge.
Who said?
I was like, "Who said that?" And I'm dying. I'm like, "Oh my god, that's the one that just like ended it all for me." Because I'm like, obviously, yeah, she has to do the voiceover, or she has to do like a little AI like voice generator thing to make it sound.
But you know what? Like,
I realized it was not a child. I had the part of the conversation that stuck out the most to me was when she was like, I didn't want to pick for her, but I was hoping she would get the polar bear one. What do you mean?
No, she wanted the polar bear one. It's what she wanted.
Just say, do you want to get the polar bear one? And it's less
you know what?
weird.
You know what though? If she's got a successful page and she's making money off of those views, like
yeah, good for you, but
good for you.
Yeah, I'm laughing though because like it makes you think how much weird shit do like drive-thru workers see on a day, or like a cop. Could you imagine if you were a cop and you pulled her over and she had those fucking dolls strapped in to the back, like
she's in the HOV lane.
She's in the HOV lane.
I really do wonder what these like that Starbucks drive-thru employee, if they caught a glimpse, because the doll that was right behind her was the scarier of the two, and I would imagine that would be the one that you would probably see if you were the Starbucks driver, how horrified you would be initially.
Well, the thing is, like, Starbucks, they have cameras in their little order box. So, like, if she was, like, talking to them while she ordered, like, they'd be like, oh, and then when she pulls up to the window and they like, look in there and they're not real kids.
Oh, my God. So, I will say, I do think she filmed the bit of talking to them before she got to the drive-thru.
Okay.
Because, I mean, I hope. Because she was chatting with the kid for, like, a while. The kid.
Yeah.
Air quotes. For a while. It was like a whole exchange that she had obviously planned out and scripted out and whatever.
Maybe not though. Maybe she's just like going with it and like having the pretend conversation, like, and then afterwards she's like, okay, I gotta add in the conversation of what we did. I don't know.
I will say, if this is a coping mechanism, I hope you are fine. I hope you are working with a therapist, and I'm happy that you have found something that works for you. If this is a weird fetish thing, you're weird. You're weird. Because that's the only thing, that's one of two things it could be. You're weird, or you have some kind of trauma.
But, you know, she's making money on the internet and we're not, so.
To each their own. No, I'm not.
Like, everybody is just one weird choice away from making money on the internet.
Yeah, what kind of weird are you? But
we aren't willing to be weird enough.
I guess. Shit.
Yeah.
I guess. We need to up the weird factor.
I mean, I just talked about my vagina holding bathwater, so like, what else do I have to do?
You know, I really need to go back to that, because I think I'm going to force you to go to the doctor, because what if the water gets trapped in there and then you get like an infection?
I'm the trapped. I'm harboring trapped water like a water bottle.
Open the cap, bitch.
You're the problem, Kelsie.
Maybe I just have like a really like doesn't track. That doesn't add up. I was gonna say maybe I just have like really relaxed, and then
I think you're just
it
queefing in the
it doesn't
bath.
come out. It doesn't come out when I'm like walking around. It doesn't come back out until I like sit down and relax. Yeah.
So maybe it's that the way that you're sitting. that the
Maybe I
water's
have
flowing
too
in.
good of a pelvic floor.
Screw you,
Like
you
when I
hoe.
relax,
I
it
wanna
like
be
really
better pelvic floor.
relaxes. But then when I'm walking around, it's like really strong because it holds it in there. Like it's not dripping out while I'm
Maybe.
walking
Well, you were
around.
saying about your tilted
Yeah.
uterus and pellet. Like, this is what I'm thinking. Maybe it's the way that you sit is
Yeah.
kind of what opens it, and then when you
Huh.
stand back up or get back up, then it just like kind of closes and traps. So then
Yeah.
when you sit back down on your bed, you're sitting in that
Hey,
same position, and then it's releasing
again,
again.
you're
So
queefy.
you're queefing the water queefs.
I don't think I'm queefing. I don't think so. I think
So
Think
either.
you
I think
it's
are.
the angle. I'm with Nicole. I think it's the angle and like the relaxing of the muscles, maybe at that angle.
I
Yeah.
disagree. I disagree
think
because when
it's
you
the
relax, like that's part of like how that happens is like you pull in
But usually
air.
queefing is because like air is getting like, well,
Trapped.
not that this is always
Well,
the case,
that's
but air
what-
is getting like shoved up in there. Often
No,
it's
it's
like
getting pulled in. No, trust me. Like, have you ever been in a yoga class where somebody queefs? Because that's what happens. Is like you're
No.
having to like pull in your core and it pulls in air.
my friend. I won't say her name, but I want to. She's probably proud of this. She can queef on demand.
So
She
my
always has
sister
been able.
can.
Like,
My sister
yeah, no,
can.
we were cheerleading.
used
We were
to
on
be
the
something our
sidelines, and we
cheer
were
squad.
talking about it. And somebody was like, "Oh, I almost said her name. Oh, she can queef on command." And I'm like, "Do it right now." She queefed right there on the sideline. She just squeezed and did it.
Yes, it's just your pelvic
I
floor
can't
like
do that.
pulling it. Yeah, trust me, it was a thing. I was a cheerleader, and
Shocked.
some of the girls were very good.
I am shocked at this. This could be an on-demand situation.
That's what I'm saying is that I don't even think I can. I don't think I'm accidentally queefing in the bath because I can't. I'm not an easy queefer. I certainly can't force myself to queef.
I stand by it. I think that that's what you're doing. I think that you're just relaxed at the right angle and like your pelvic floor is just like pulling up the air
Sucking in
except for it's
air.
I
water.
think you need to go to the doctor because I don't want you to get an infection with harboring bathwater. That's the only reason, okay? Please. That's it.
What are they gonna do? What are they gonna do?
No. Maybe you need that thing that Monica found. The plug.
I have to wear the plug.
The plug.
Plug yourself before you get in the bath.
Okay.
Monica sent this like bladder incontinence plug to the group chat.
I don't know how I got there.
She was
Literally, like I stumbled upon it and I'm like, what just happened?
Oh my god, it was really funny because she was like, "Wow, is this all we need after birth? Maybe you need that. Maybe that's
Well, okay, so we have to describe it. It literally looks like this plug, and
It's like a wine
stick
plug,
it up
kind of.
your hoo-ha, but it's like intended to be like a support to your bladder. Like it's not going up like the urethra or whatever. Like it's in your vagina, but
Yeah, it
like
goes in the vaginal
there's-
canal, and the way that it's shaped, it kind of pinches a little bit on your
Yeah.
urethra, puts a little bit
And
of pressure
creates,
so
like, a
that you
little
don't
bit-
leak.
yeah,
But
and like
you
pushes
still-
up support for your bladder.
Assuming like when you actually have the force to pee, the force moves it enough
Yes,
that you
I
can
read it.
still-
I read it all
Okay,
because I was
so
like,
you
what
can-
the
you
hell
can
is
still
this?
pee with it
Yes.
in, but it's supposed to help kind of
Yes.
block. a
So,
little
I
bit
mean,
so
it's
you don't leak.
essentially like inserted kind of like a tampon, except for it's shaped different and looks like a plug. And
It
it's
looks
supposed to
like a
like support
bathtub plug.
your bladder some, but like you can still pee out with it in. And like
Right.
all of the reviews are like, it's amazing. So my take was like,
You
is
need a
that
bathtub
this
plug.
all that it takes
your
for
vagina.
all of us, like post babies, like that like don't have
Did it
strong
have a
pelvic
string
floors?
or anything?
No. It's just a
No,
little
you lost
just
me. Nope.
handle.
Nope.
It's just a little just pluck that
Nope.
out.
It looked small enough that it definitely could really get up in there.
Yeah, no,
That's why I
I
asked.
can't.
I mean, I don't know. Like I don't know.
Remember the incident with the fucking period disc? So
Yes, I thought about that too.
No.
And so I'm like, how big is this? But
Yeah.
then like it's saying that it's small enough that like it's comfortable. You can go about your day. So some women use it just like all the time. And then other women use it for like exercising. And like that's how I got there somehow. I was in the running algorithm. I'm looking at stuff. And then all of a sudden that ad came up and I was like, where am I?
How did I get here?
But you know what? Like, if it does work, why is that not being sent home with us from the hospital? It's just like, here's your going home present. Don't pee your pants.
Don't pee your pants.
This episode is for the vaginas.
I mean, how many?
This episode is brought to you by vaginas for vaginas. I said by vaginas. Vaginas.
Vaginas.
It's a vagina.
By the, what's that movie? Pagina. No, her pagina. Isn't that what she says? It's blended.
Blended, yes, that's what it is. Okay, we gotta move on.
My goodness.
For the vaginas from the vaginas. Okay.
Yep.
Anywho,
what is this, Sesame Street? This episode is brought to you by the letter V for vagina. Okay.
V is vaginas who do stuff together.
It's really funny. My daughter's watching SpongeBob at the moment, so that's hilarious.
Oh, man.
Okay, anyway.
Okay, we're going to do a shared Would You Rather.
Would you rather put a plug in your vagina or... Sorry. Okay, I can't get...
Okay, here's a shared one. Okay, so would you rather have every single inanimate object you touch for a month whisper very mild but constant complaints about its existence? Like, my corner is cramped, or I wish I was a little warmer. Or always have your sweat smell faintly but distinctly like microwaved tuna fish.
Oh, the inanimate objects.
The inanimate.
I'm having a stroke again. Inanimate.
I mean, I actually think I would be very entertained by all of the complaints. To be
honest. I'm cool with
it. Would be like being Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking of. Mort from fucking Throne of Glass.
Yes.
Like, I'm cool. Inanimate objects want to talk to me as long as you don't frighten me the first time you talk to me. We're good. You know what I mean? Like.
Yeah.
I don't want to be fucking frightened.
Yeah, this is not like a possession situation. Just like
but it's a fun.
I don't know though, because by the end of the month, I mean, I would still choose this one, but by the end of the month, I think I might just be like, you ungrateful bitch.
Yeah, you are lucky I don't put you outside in the actual cold. Shut up.
I think I'm an empath. I think I would be like, my whole life would become, oh, you're cold? I'll move you somewhere else. Like
Kelsey's house gets rearranged.
Don't like the corner.
We'd have to cater to these things, and by the end of the month, I'd be like, oh my God, I can't wait for you to stop talking. Lord help.
That's true.
Or by the end of the month, I would be like, well, I already know this about you. I know you're always cold, so I'm just going to put you over here, and I'm going to make sure that I warm you every day, even though you're not talking to me anymore. You know what I mean? It would become a thing. It would become a thing.
I would miss them, I think.
I think so too. I don't think I would mind if they were, as long as eventually they stopped complaining. If they could just talk normal, I think we'd be fine. Stop complaining, please. I hate a complainer.
I think the worst is if nobody told you ahead of time that it was going to be like a month. So then you're just like, well, do I have to fix all of this now?
Yeah, or when the month is up and you are not expecting it to stop and then your friends are just gone.
Oh, that would be so sad.
Every day waiting for them to speak again.
I'd do anything to go back to hearing you say that you were cold.
What kind of month-long acid trip did I just go on?
Yeah, what the fuck? Am I okay?
Am I okay?
Oh my gosh. I forgot to tell you guys, at the haunted house this weekend.
That's right.
Yeah. Yes, I know. I went to a haunted house after Halloween. It's fine.
According to Ashley, you went to a haunted house during Christmas time. I don't.
One of them, this is the trippiest thing. One of them you had to wear 3D glasses for. Nope. I know. And it was clown themed.
Fuck you. Shut up. Jesus Christ. Why do you
It was fun. It was clown themed, and when you walked in, it had all of the black lights, and so all of it was painted really neon colors with black silhouettes of fake things. And these were not funny ha-ha clowns. These were this. No, yeah, right. They were painted the most demonic, like it was like Satan's face, basically. It was like demon faces. But then because of the glasses, it would make it so that like it looked like it was coming out of the wall.
Do you know how hard I would be punching? I'd be swinging.
And then some of the floor wasn't even, so it would like trip you up. But it's like dark, so you can't really see when the floor like shifted. And then there was like a bridge that you had to go past that was painted that like also like literally shifted as you stepped across it. And like I was like, I don't know what an acid trip feels like, but I imagine that it might feel something like this. And then if I were on acid going through this,
I think I would die.
I think I would die.
I think I would have a heart attack on the spot. Yeah,
but it was also the coolest thing. Like I've never been to a haunted house like that. It was so cool.
Very cool concept. Sounds fun. Minus the clowns. Yeah, you got me. Minus the clowns. Like that's my least favorite part in any haunted houses. I'm like, this is, first of all, why?
No, the worst one. The worst one was definitely the one that kind of like resembled an asylum. And at one point they have it set up so that the guy like pops out and scares you and like rushes you back. And then when you rush back, you end up like seeing another hallway to go down, but it ends up putting you in a circle.
Fuck you.
It was awful.
That's really good for the asylum though, because it actually makes you feel like you're going crazy because you're going in circles and circles and circles. I like that. Good job.
Yeah.
That was a good.
Yeah. It was very creative.
Creativity there. Gotta love that. Also, ew.
I know. But it was fun.
That reminds me. Okay, last thing. That reminds me. Haunted house. I was reading, you know, those stories where it's like that Muppet with the orange crazy hair, you know, and he's like, it's like,
Speaker.
it's almost.
Yeah.
Sure. Yes. And people tell like crazy stories that happen. And
those
they
are
put
my
his face on there.
It's one of my favorite trends of the internet.
This girl was talking about how she was working in a haunted house and like she like jumped out and scared somebody. And like when she like screamed at them, like she was like, oh, I felt like my period started, like a gush of blood came out. And she was like, but I'm wearing lots of layers. Like I wasn't super concerned about it. Right. And she's like, I screamed again and it happened again. And so she's like, and then I jumped out and screamed and I started to shit myself. Like, and I guess like then, you know, it became a real issue. Like she was starting to like shit herself and she couldn't like stop. And so she's like, I had to get out of there. But the only way out of the haunted house is through the haunted house.
Just had to run through.
So she's like chasing people, just like scaring them as she's trying to get out.
Doing her job, but trying to leave. I love it. Wow, she really.
And to leave to the last final thing out, you have to jump and like slide down this giant inflatable slide.
No,
she's shitting
full of
everywhere.
shit and freaking blood everywhere.
Oh my gosh. Well, I mean, okay, when we first got there, though, so, I mean, it's after Halloween, so the place was not busy, right? And so they've got the characters who are, like, walking around, so they're like, you. So we get there, and we're like, we have to pee. Let's go find the bathrooms. And as we're walking to the bathroom, it's like, it's one of those things where it's like, don't make eye contact, right? Well, we made eye contact.
It doesn't matter
if
you make eye contact or not.
So they see us and like one of them like rushes up to me. Meanwhile, there's like the row of porta potties and like a hill behind it and somebody's like walking up there. So I'm like, what, are they like banging on top of the porta potties? Because like, screw that. And they like rush up to me and I like freeze and I'm like, I have to pee so bad, but like I don't want to go into the porta potty. Like, and he's like taunting me and he's like, you should have brought your brown pants.
Actually, that's funny.
It was so funny, but I like literally, and then the entire way through, I just kept thinking of Haunting Adeline and Sibby, and
yeah,
so that's scarred me for life now.
Yeah,
yeah, there was definitely a character that looked like Sibby too, and I was like, okay, well, on that note, it's been a fun week.
Has it?
Nicole's on the brink of a
I know. It's been a fun week.
She's like,
it was sarcasm.
Oh, it has? It's been a fun week.
It's been a fun week. It's been a week. We'll rephrase that. It's been a week. It's been a week. And
pray for the moms out there because motherhood be really mothering. So
motherhood be really mothering this week. Okay. Oh my god. On that note,
yes, it has.
Maybe we'll talk about it.
Go into the giveaway.
Removed.
Yes, we'll discuss it when she's had some time to.
Where we're not
Get through it.
actively crashing out.
We're not actively going through it. Yeah, so go enter our giveaway. Yes, do that. Get some free shit, bitch. Go.
Yes.
Mhm.
We hope you enjoy this episode of A Little Bit Bothered, where we just chat about all of the group chat things and just getting a little bit unhinged. So we hope you had some good laughs with us. Make sure that you like, share, subscribe, and do all of the things. Tag us in your social media if you listen. We love you for that when you do, and it helps us spread the word about our little mediocre podcast.
Let me know if your vagina takes on water.
Yeah,
Bye.
please. Bye.
Bye.
Mwah, bye.
Welcome to the inner sanctum of friendship. These bitches are a little bit bothered.